Alright, so what's going on? It's your boy Cuff, the BrainSurfin podcast. Here are my co-hosts.
Your boy Big Ben.
We got a couple of guests. We're going to make a couple more phone calls as we're going through. Right now on the phone we have Shanece. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Shanece here. I am 30. I am in a relationship. I have 2 kids. And the relationship I've been in was 7 years.
Okay. You want to introduce yourself?
How you all doing? My name is Sonewph. Raised in Minneapolis. Grew up in Minneapolis. Just here showing love. Chopping up with fellas, the ladies, sharing what I think.
Alright, so Shanece, when you see the little topics I sent to you, like what's something on the topic list that stood out to you?
Hold on, sorry y'all. I'm trying to get it all going together. I think the most topic that stuck out for me, I would say, is that good pussy can't drive a man crazy or a stalker. It was actually a few ones. So it was one of those. Also, can a male and female friendship be 100% platonic? Why or why not? Definitely want to talk about that one as well. So like I said, all of us you have is really good, but then too like I was saying, also women will do it and men cheat as long as you know about the majority of the financial responsibility. That one is another one I want to talk about as well too.
Alright, let's start with the last one you said. You said I'm sorry, damn, I'm trying to find another paper. You said the one about like if a man is taking care of everything financially, like is it more acceptable for him to cheat, right?
Yeah, that's the topic that I want to talk about as well.
Alright, so why that stand out? And do you feel like it's more acceptable?
I guess I guess it's 50-50, but like me personally, like I don't care about a man's financial situation because if you a real woman and a woman boss bitch, you don't need no man for money after that. You will want love and loyalty and respect. So I have this problem with like generations now. I mean like I'm 30, so the way we grew up is way different now how the dating gap and everything is now. So in this generation, day and age, everybody is okay, you know what I'm saying, with for guys, oh, if he out doing what he's doing, I'll just take care of the bills, take care of me, I'm straight. That's not okay because that is very not only toxic, that's like draining, it's like disrespectful because if that's your man and if he cares for you like he wants to, he will have to go out there and cheat. You know what I'm saying? You can be the best woman you want to be for a man. He's going to cheat regardless, but at the same time, you as a woman have to set your ground and respect like, look, okay, yeah, you cheat, you'll do you. I don't care how much you can because today I can hold my own. And that's where it goes back to relationship. I don't think a relationship should be 50-50, should be 100-100 because if you're giving 50 and I'm giving 50, where's the other 50 going? You feel me? I'm going to give 100%, so as you should too. So just because you think you hold out for with money, then you can cheat, that's not okay because then if I go cheat, it's an issue. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, do you feel like a woman can cheat on a man they're in love with?
You say, do I think what?
Can a woman cheat on a man they're in love with? Not cheat like texting, talking, flirting. I mean like actually have sex with another man while they're in love with the person they're with.
Yes, they can, but at the same time, it's not that. When you say love, then we go deeper into what is love. Because you could be in love with a person and have love for a person.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying in love. That's what I'm saying in love.
No, you can't be in love with a person and sleep around with somebody else because that's not. You're not in love. When you're in love with a person, that means you know.
Does that apply? Do you feel like that applies? Does that apply to men and women or just women only?
Well, no, it goes for both. Both.
Okay, so if I tell you that, I'm gonna let one of y'all chime in. How y'all feel about that? Before I even hit it, I'm gonna let one of y'all chime in. Can a man be in love with a woman and still cheat on her, and vice versa?
Yeah, I think a man can be in love with a woman and still cheat on her because as much as a man is in love, like there's always a part of the man that's trying to chase something new, that's something they never had before. That doesn't invalidate them being in love.
Right.
As far as women, in my experience, it's unheard of. I've never heard of a woman cheating on a man that she was in love with.
It seemed a lot.
I'm not validating the man cheating. I'm just saying that them cheating doesn't necessarily can't make them not in love with the person.
Right.
I feel and I think and I would say I know that human beings are human beings. So no matter what, there's nobody who's 100% in love and still can't fall into lust. You know what I mean? We all can fall victim to lust at times. You know what I mean? If you have a drink here or there, you may have an unhappy moment. You may be in a down spiral. You may just, the right time, right person, right place. I feel like being in love and cheating on someone doesn't never have a correlation. However, it's different if you're in love with someone and then build a whole nother relationship with someone else. And I think that's...
You feel that way for both ways though?
I feel that's for everyone.
Right.
But I feel like even with men, men could be in love and still cheat, with the woman, you know what I mean? Have sex, you know what I mean? Like a man could really 100% be in love with this woman, take care of the kids, want to be around, but sometimes, just how things are biologically, how things set up, sometimes shit just happens. And same thing for a woman, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I think us as men, we get our egos inflated with women we love, forget that they're human beings too. You're not the first person to come around. And if we don't have our stuff together at times, we won't be the last either. And I think that we forget that we've been side dudes, and we forget that we mess with chicks who have boyfriends and who they really was loving, showing off on Instagram or Facebook or MySpace or whatever it was, who they was in love with, who they even probably married to, we know we used to smash or mess with back in the day. So it's like, everyone can cheat on anyone. It don't matter who you are. There's celebrities, billionaires who get cheated on every day, B. So it's like, it doesn't matter who you are, you get cheated on.
Bezos got cheated on.
Man,
he was just the richest man in the world until a couple months ago.
So before I go on more, and introduce the other guest, we got one more guest just came in. Before I introduce her, or she introduced herself, I should say, when you hear arguably perspective, Shanece, how do you feel about that?
I think I kind of heard the question wrong per se. I guess it's easier for a man to cheat than a woman because y'all get bored. Let's keep it on that. Y'all get bored fast, so y'all may have everything at home, but y'all just go step out of some weird shit, end up in a bitch bed, damn, I need to get back home to my family. I was bored doing it. Unlike women, it's hard for us women to cheat because we are nurturers, and we're always in our feelings. Let's talk about it. Women, ladies, we're always in our feelings. I know, I say a lot, but I'm not even fun. So it's hard for us to go cheat because we have to have that emotional, physical, and, attraction to a man. I'm like, y'all get hard. Once that done, I'm going back to the crib.
Right. So
that's not necessarily true, though. That's not necessarily true, especially as you mature as a man, because sometimes women just want a nut too, because the man they love may have a small dick, but they know they nigga who also probably got a chick at home to break her off real quick and she can go back to the crib because then they act like nothing happened. So it's like we can't just say, and men are also very emotional too. Why you think we work hard? Why you think we give up our friends? Why you think we do these things so we can take care of the person we emotionally towards? However, when
I think we do a thing because in order for us to even attract women, we kind of have to have shit going on.
Well, of course you do, because men, especially black men, are the only. We are conditionally loved. Even our moms conditionally loved us at some points in time. So
all men are.
You know what I mean? So all men are conditionally loved until they
do something.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, that's the truth. But it's and also I think what's lost in this whole conversation is what people do to get someone they don't necessarily do to keep that person. And they change up and then they expect the person to accept they're changing up instead of realizing that they changed up.
Or they do things that they might necessarily want to do, but they do it to get that person, and then they figure I got this person not gonna go nowhere, let me just go ahead and do the shit that I normally do, which ain't the shit that I started off doing.
Exactly.
Those papers.
How you gonna be mad at me because this chick who I just happened to work with or spend time with reminds me of how you made me feel, that made me fall in love with you in the first place, that you haven't been doing for a long time.
So real quick, before we transition again, that new little sexy voice y'all just heard on the mic. Introduce yourself real quick.
Well, I'm Tameka. Hi, y'all. What's going on? Let me see, because I'm just kind of hopping in and I kind of caught the ass end of the question.
So I have three things. She said, she said the thing that stood out to her was like, can men and women be platonic friends?
Well, we hit real quick. We hit one of yours, Shanece, and we kind of all chimed in. So Tameka, you want to introduce yourself? When you look through the list real quick, you didn't look that much, but real quick when you look at something and tell us something that stand out to you.
Man, what does cheating look? Well, I'm Tameka once again, by the way, I just dropped in. Let me get that out there. But the first one, I didn't even get all the way through the list. What does cheating look like to you? I'm going to say this because, man, like the relationship that I had that I considered my most like a real relationship, and it's lasted for years. This person I have kids with. I felt like I learned all forms of cheating from him. For me, it's kind of the little things, like if you holding conversating with somebody and you conversating with this person, and I ain't saying I gotta know my person every move, but he gotta start like any type of form of cheating, whether it was conversation, the text message, going out, sneaking around. I consider all that, like the little bit of thing could be flirtation, and it just leads to one thing to another. I consider that if you hold in conversation with the female and it's going past some like general basic type stuff.
What's general basic type stuff?
General basic stuff could be like maybe y'all work together and maybe y'all talking about some work shit, or it could be like just some common shit that maybe something happened on the news, shit like that. I'm
talking
cool
about work
that.
Shit outside of work?
No, not outside of work. I'm not saying because the relationship I've had, he ended up dating somebody that he worked with. This happened a couple of times. Just ended up dating somebody he worked with, and it had to stop. I know he came onto this person. They might not necessarily know he was with somebody. He might have told him he had a baby mama, but I doubt he told him he was.
So what kind of cheating bothers you more, or is it equal? Is it the more emotional type cheating shit, or is it like physically cheating? And I'm asking that to both of y'all.
For me, it's shit, the physical shit. Like don't bring me shit home. Like, and an emotional thing. If you're gonna end up being emotionally attached with somebody, like I can take that L and we go our separate ways, and I can do whatever. Like to me, that's a wrap. But like, if you out there really out here fucking on people, and then you have the audacity to come back and fuck on me, like, and I catch something, it's a wrap. It's over with. It's like don't do that to me.
So what about you, Shanece?
I agree with her. Like if you have a conversation, okay, whatever, it's a conversation. It go however, but like you said, physical, it's too much shit going on out here. So if you feel like you gotta go to the next person do all that, don't even come back home. Like I'm cool with the conversation because you might be thinking like cheating and texting could be like it's a broad range. We could be here all the time about what's cheating when it comes to like conversation and text messages, but physical, that's different. Like if you're really out, y'all kicking it, you know what I'm saying, y'all going on dates, like come on bruh, like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing has always been embarrass me in private and not public. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want to say I wouldn't be like that.
And in my past, not to cut you off, and in my past relationship, I was definitely embarrassed in public. It's like everybody, it was to the point where me and him wasn't even seen in public. Like everybody knew that I was his baby mama, but like Buddy was out there wilding, like dealing with multiple chicks, like real life, going on dates and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm a mother, so me and his child is at the crib. Real life, I kind of assuming trying to put the pieces together, but he come to find out Buddy was real out there getting down, like going on real live dates, going to the Vicks and stuff. Hell, I mean, his family is his family. I had no family there, but it was like definitely embarrassing me in public. So I'm not down for that.
Too much. Definitely way too much. Yeah.
Too much.
So, what would y'all consider cheating? What if y'all like stop talking for a little bit?
and you did whatever, like I don't consider that cheating. I don't consider that cheating. If as long as if you and that person have an understanding, like right now we are on a break and we do it like it just depends on who you're with and the understanding that you have. Like y'all gotta have that clear understanding that we are on a break. This is what it is. If it so happen, I mean, everybody got needs. I don't know, and like you said, people want to try something different.
You do understand, like the more desirable your man is to the opposite sex, the more likely he is to cheat.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
Like, that's like a real. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely believe that. But yeah, I don't.
Because men really just don't cheat with emotion. You know what I'm saying? It's not that type of thing. You know what I mean? So it's just viewed a little bit different. That's how I feel about it, though. How y'all, if y'all want to chime in, how y'all feel about
that? I feel that.
Like, could you be in love with a woman and cheat?
Of course. Everybody can cheat on anybody. I don't know who you are. But my thing is like, I agree with you. I think was not realized in reality is, say for like the demographic we're speaking from, that point of view, is for every one of us just here, we probably have 5 to 10 options. You know what I mean? Just like you're saying, based on desirability. And for us who are more well-rounded, more culture, and you have more access to more environments, you become your not necessarily your dating pool, but just the people who may find you attractive become expansive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like some status like 70-some% of the kids are made by 30% of the men in the communities, and that's for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, how you like if you got a man who's good, who's not in jail, taking care of his family, who's legit, who's taking care of you, who's going home, who else wouldn't want that? And then like, when I walk out the house, there's more likely to be, if I have a job, first of all, I'm not going to see anyone like me. I'm more likely going to be surrounded by women. So that's off top. Unless I'm working type of high-end corporate American job, even then there's more and more women working those jobs. So like when I get a job, then I'll have to see women no matter where I go. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, a lot of women aren't married from age of 21 to 51. So then they see you, especially right in between, you looking good, you smelling good, you're a good person naturally. Women throw that shit at you. And what women forget is that you stop throwing that shit at your man, somebody else is gonna throw it at him. And don't be mad they throwing that the way you did that guy's attention in the first place because you stopped.
Okay, let me cut you off.
And like, if men still working, men still being romantic, men still paying for dates, men still opening your doors, men playing with the kids, men babysitting the kids, men doing all this, and you ain't doing none of the shit you did to have the man fall in love with you. Not the kid, but with you in the first place. So then you getting mad now because your man want to go back and hang out with his homies. Your man want to go find his neighborhood bar and have a drink at. Your man want to get him because he been doing you and for the kid for years. Now he finally want to do him, and it's like, nah, fuck that, you still right to me. Well, you're not doing me, so I gotta find some way to do me. Then you get mad. You know what I mean? Like,
she got something to say?
Go.
Yeah, I would just go, well, you did give an example, like if the guy is still really doing all the same things, but how often are we really finding a guy that's opening doors and shit like that?
The man you're committing to. If he's not doing that, then you held yourself to a lower standard. And that's your fault at that point. So you trying to make this man, the standards that you holding that he's not gonna meet. And so now you get mad at him because he's living his standard would not mean to you, but you continue to settle for.
What do you feel the woman should be doing if he's doing all of that? But what if she is doing all the things that she should be doing, but she's like, because women kind of get to it like where they kind of lose themselves in doing everything else.
So it's men
what about
too.
That woman? I'm not saying it ain't men too, but since we speaking on it, it's women like that too.
Sure.
And they both could be doing their thing and keeping up. But okay, she don't want to get no sex. But are you trying to figure out why she don't want to get the sex or the emotional or whatever it is?
Did she figure out why he don't want to be at home? Why he want to go to the bar? Why he want to kick with his homeboys?
I'm just saying, right? But if he's doing that because he feel like he's not getting something for her, why not come to her and
what if he did?
Ask her what it is.
But then she's
you
like,
didn't say that. I'm just saying.
I did say that. I said he kept doing the same things he was doing, but he even told her why. But she's still like, well, I got the kids, I got the job. I do the same thing, and I can do this stuff too. So what's the point? I cook too. I clean too. I cook too. I clean too. I work too. I'm a today man, and I sacrifice things to give up to support your dreams. And I gave him my homeboys too, and I gave him my club nights too, and I'm giving you most of my money. So now You get mad at me because I want you to go on a date with me, because I want you to get dressed up for me every once in a while, like you do with your girls, because I want you to cook every once in a while, because I want you to suck my dick. It's the same, like, before you used to suck my dick, but now it's like, and now you mad because you haven't done it in 3 months, and now I'm like, yo, babe, come on, man. I'm about to go out to the bar because I need no type of pleasure here, even though every day I'm coming home and you doing what I need to do A, B, and C. So
Sweetheart,
come on,
where
man.
are these relationships at?
Everywhere. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many. Postpartum is real. The reason why a lot of relationships are dying between that 2 to 3 year period because men are still supporting women while they're going through their own thing, but men are not getting support in return. So therefore, they have to find their own support.
Alright, so look, so real
okay.
Okay. That's cool. We go.
One mic. Alright, so look.
And I go speak for myself.
This is what it is, right? What he's saying is true.
It's valid.
Wait, let me look. What he's saying is true, but Tameka's fight back is because she isn't that type of woman.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's why. That's why. It's for her. It sounds like foreign, cause you know she's not like that. She real supportive, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? But in general.
Because these ladies are out there,
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of women who taking care of niggas too.
There is,
like,
for sure.
That happens too. You know what I'm saying? And like when that happens, that's more of their fault if they are doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a reality though. That is a real thing though. You know what I'm saying?
Is it their fault when they feel like they're that woman that's trying to show that support? I mean, at a certain extent.
Right. When I say fault, I'm not trying to say it with
I get that.
With a negative type. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like this is how I feel, right?
Well, that's what you're trying to do.
Don't hold it against your man. That's what you're asking us to do. You want that type of to also support you. I get at some point, girl, you gotta wake up and be like, all right, it's only so much. It comes to an end when it's like he really not. I feel like it's only so much support you could do, but you can't that's kind of you're asking for support. This lady is giving it to you, and then it's her fault. Yes, and sometimes she has to end, but damn, she's giving you the support you need. That's what you're asking for.
Right.
And you're still not doing what you need to do. Or, so then what?
Power!
I'm just saying, so then what?
One scenario I provide to people I talk to, I'm like, it's when you ask women like, what makes you say that you gave your man everything he needs, and then they make this list, which generally have the same thing. I cooked, I cleaned, I was at home, blah blah blah, I wasn't cheating, and I understand that's real. What you feel like is a partner. But then I'm like, okay, well, it's the same scenario. If you say you cook, but your man's a vegetarian, but you making steak and potatoes, how is that pertaining to his needs?
But that's not true.
You say you clean, but yeah, like every time he come home, it's like the kids' room is clean, but he got to clean up his own mess. So, you know what I mean? And you say you support him, but yeah, we talking want to go out with his friends and he want to do this. You're like, well, ain't you kind of old for this? You're not really showing that support. So it's like, are you really doing it for that man, or are you doing it to make yourself? I'm not asking you personally. I'm just generally speaking, just reflecting, if a man is like, you say, well, I cook. Okay, well, do you cook things your man like? Well, no, I cook things I like. Well, how you supporting your man? Well, I got kids, and then you talking about all these other things that you have, which takes more and more away from your man and your connection. So it's like we never think about the sacrifices men are making to have a family. Like he said, the more attractive your man is, the more prospects he had. And then we take that, and I think women sometimes when they get that man who was that prospect, he can get taken for granted after a while. The same way women may feel that men take them for granted.
So once again, I gotta chime in because I know everybody more than everybody knows each other. So here's the thing. Because of how Tameka is, what she has seen more is how I said just a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? Like she's more of the woman who take care of a man. Mm-hmm. Like she have her shit more together than the man does type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you are more a man who has his shit together. So a woman can't take care of you.
But also, that's not necessarily true because I would say, especially my later life, as I'm realizing the path I chose is not necessarily the financial, economic one. So therefore, I have had relationships where women have made more than me and have supported and contributed more financially than I have.
Right, okay.
However, from what they tell me, sometimes a man, you demote that about yourself.
Yeah.
But then you realize that emotional support they don't have, they never had, and that's the reason why they don't mind doing the material thing, because they had that safety and support at home. But I think what's missed in that is that we have a lot of people who want traditional partners but want to be modern themselves and not meet halfway and not really compromising.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
Right. So it's like you're on a man who makes money, you know what I mean?
I don't really believe in traditional like that. You know what I'm saying? No more. Honestly, I really don't. Like.
Right. But I'm talking about generally speaking. Like today, we hear like women who want to be independent, want to have their own business, want to be good, which we support 100%. We support. Go do your thing. But in the same breath, you also want men to make just as much money as you, have just as much ambition as you, do all these things as you, and it's like, but you also want him to be traditional too in how he treats you. You still want him to pay for the dates. You still, but yeah, okay. I'm not saying it, not vice versa. The problem is when it's talked about as a man, as if that should be actuality. But when it talks about when a man wants that from a woman, it's talked about it should be an option. Like if I choose to not do that, then you should accept it. Give me that. But however, if a man chooses to not want to do that part, it's like, well, you're not really a man, so I'm gonna move around.
So you chop it up as a stigma because women got to deal with it all day with the hoe and what the man can do, what they can't do.
I'm not saying that. That's why I put it in the middle. That's why I'm saying. That's why I said the stigma. So like,
we got to take those L's with that. Like men, almost 100 majority% of men is gonna agree that when it comes to that whole type shit is different, and women are just gonna be viewed as hoes, and we kind of just gotta take.
Nah, I ain't saying women viewed as hoes.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying with how you do shit and whatever. It is stupid, but 99% of the men feel like, and we end up taking that L like we just gonna be looked up at hoes. We can't do that same shit when it comes to sexual shit. So I feel like that you gonna have to chop this up with like a stigma. Well, when it comes to like sexual, like men can go out there and do a train or run a train for different bitches but like ain't nobody. But yeah, if we call them a hoe, it's not.
It's still a hoe.
It ain't hurting their feelings. It's still amongst the guys. It's still like, oh yeah, you did.
That's not true. That's what I'm talking about. Women always tell men how men are, but when men say that to women,
I grew around a lot of men for me, but that's
men can say the same thing.
I mean, men be funny. Men always want to say this all
thing. Whose fault is that then? Is that our fault that niggas was running?
No, it's some of y'all fault though, because our mom showed us we couldn't be vulnerable, and we be vulnerable with a woman and part of this relationship. They use it against us to hurt our feelings. So now when we get older, we are not going to be as vulnerable or open because it showed that women. It showed as women, not just my mom. It showed as mom, aunties, cousins, your female friends, your ex-girlfriends, ex-fiance, wives, all these women. All these different type of women have used your vulnerability against you as someone at some point. So now when you are just like women use this excuse, well, I've been hurt in my past, and like, well, I gotta pay for Josh's mistake, but you don't have to pay for X, Y, Z mistake. Okay, cool. That's a whole other conversation. But yet, it's like going back to the thing is like, I support your dreams, but yet you can't support me. You don't need to support your choices, but you can't support my choice. You want to make just as much money as me. You want to be a modern woman, but yet you also want me to be a traditional man. You talk about, well, my dad used to do this for my mom, my grandfather did this, but when a man say, well, my mom used to cook, my mom used to clean, or Nana used to do this, it's like, well, I'm not them, and you need to get healing. Come on, so it's like, what's the double standard?
I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying, I have a group of friends that vary. A lot of my friends are older. I'm in my early 30s, I have mid-30s, I have 40s and whatever. I hung with all types of women, and I still kind of don't even hear that. And this is several different kind of decades and generational gaps right there. And what you're saying, I still not kind of heard those women say those things amongst our conversations. So
and look, so far with the conversation we're having right now, we want to transition again. But before we do that, we got another caller. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kari.
Hello, Kari.
Your age, kids.
I'm 32 and I have 2 kids.
Alright, so, how long my train of thought? I'm going to transition this on. Yeah, how do you view, like, as far as traditional dating and shit?
How do I view as traditional dating? That's the question.
Yeah. Like, do you think shit should be traditional how it was back when, how I look at it, like, when women didn't have rights type shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like, for real. Honestly,
they couldn't do much with like, at home.
Like, check me out.
That's the role they want the man. It was at that time. Women didn't have rights.
So check me out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's
I'm not gonna lie to you.
real.
A lot of that shit, how I look at it, the traditional stuff is, it was situational.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when a man held everything down, at that time, the man was the only one bringing money in and shit. Like, so it was like, of
He's the
course,
only one that could bring money in.
That was allowed to.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
So they conditioned it to be that way. But like I said, like if you think about it in the animal world, and we really are, you know,
Animals.
We are animals, we just a different species.
all through the years. And when you think about it, like when I be trying to compare it, like sometimes I think about it in terms of how lions are. You know what I mean? Like who's really out there providing for the kingdom pretty much in the animal world, and with lions, it's the woman is out there doing that shit. She's bringing home the food. She's out there protecting. The man stays home on the throne, protecting with the kids. Pretty much.
So if someone says that
And
the way
I don't know if I totally agree with it to be like that. I don't really agree with gender roles. So like I feel like it's like a 50-50 thing. Like people are putting in whatever they can, but if the other person can't hold it down for some reason, then the other person got to put in a little bit more. I mean, if you got me, I got you type shit.
right.
Like for me, I'm not traditional. I do believe things are 50-50, but I also kind of let the man lead in certain ways and things I let lead. Like, do they know, like, they know the podcast don't know we're in that's some boyfriend, I'm his girlfriend type shit. I don't know if y'all know. So, like, let's get this out there because this is all about fucking relationships. It's gonna be hard to talk about shit. And, yeah. But, like, we do 50-50, like, he got me, I got him, but I still kind of be by how I am naturally.
Not to cut you off, but that's why I say the hardest thing about having Tameka on the podcast is she doesn't fit what we would say women do. I said I want to start a podcast, she bought me a camera. Like, she's different, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's yeah. She don't really fit. It's harder to have her on, but she don't fit. We supposed to speak on women. For her, it sounds foreign. Like, what? The nigga hold everything down, and the woman just like, no, she let me lead. Like, you know, the kids, everything. She let me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
It's hard, especially with the kids. It's hard, but I'm learning because I'm so used to being just me and my kids. So it's a lot of stuff like that's a constant battle, no lie. But I do try to I understand what he's going on. I get for the betterment of my kids and myself. So I try to let him be. So it'd be iffy.
So yeah, she good with the things that men would in general say women aren't good with. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be trying, okay, y'all. And then, like, the people that I hang with are very mature. Like, I hang with a good amount. Like I said, everybody is older than me, so I've always been around mature people. So, like, I feel like I think a little different anyway than maybe people that are my age. And so, it's hard for me to speak for the women. Hey, girls.
Look, since we on the cheating thing, though, right? No, did we already ask this shit, though? With, is it cool if a man cheating if he's...
Yeah, that's how we started.
Yeah.
That's how we started, right?
So she said the one with the good pee can't drive a man crazy, stalker, and then the friends platonic. That was the first one.
Yeah, Shanece, go ahead. How you feel about that one, man? You brought that one up.
What?
The one, you said, can good pussy drive a man crazy, turn him into a stalker? Like, how you feel about that? Do you think that's a real thing?
Kari funny as hell. Kari funny as hell.
I feel like it's even more women. But in my opinion, I don't really know. I mean, I've been told that, do I believe it 100%? No. Part of me is like, alright.
This one,
Like, bitch, I got some good shit.
Should I push out something? I pushed out
Motherfucking Yanni's working.
One mic.
Crazy, stocking, but no.
Alright, look, so Shanece, what about you? How you feel about that? Shanece, you gone? Huh?
What?
No, my cousin Shanece. She.
No, I'm here. I'm just hearing y'all go back and forth. Y'all do your thing. I'm listening.
No, listen. I'm trying to ask you though. Like, yeah. I'm trying to ask you though. So, do you feel like good pussy could drive a man crazy, turn to a stalker?
Pussy, 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 pussy power.
Do you feel that good pussy can turn a man to a stalker?
Pussy, 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 pussy power.
No, not at all. No, I don't think that. You
She
have
means that.
Yeah, I ain't never seen no hell. I mean, that man didn't even have that woman vagina. He was talking
Facts. That's my shit.
So I don't believe that's just like friends for like, good shit to make a run. Like it's not that, you know what I'm saying? A talker will be off of your just, your personality, your whole persona. Like you don't have to be just sexual. So women every saying that, sorry ladies, nah, I don't believe that. No, that's not true.
Okay.
I do think it make a man more attached though than they normally would be, but I don't think they would become a stalker.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say
If you a dope chick, got some good pussy, ooh man, you like the jackpot. If you a
some
dope,
good pussy, good head, and you got a dope personality.
Good spirit.
You got the trifecta going for you. I wouldn't say a stalker, but I might buy you a Benz.
Then you pop in real quick, got it right here. That's your little razzle dazzle.
I might buy you a Benz.
He chirped in, yeah.
At that
you
point,
show me you're a good person, and you got the good goods.
So asking all three of y'all, we can start with Shanece. You ain't say much for a little while, but why you feel like relationships don't last now how they used to? In per se the 70s and 80s.
Me?
Nah, Shanece.
Okay. What you say?
why do you feel like relationships don't work out as much now as they do in the 70s or 80s?
I feel like now bitches don't work out like they used to because the communication is. Like, I'm sorry, like, all these bitches are good off of celebrities, social media, Instagram, all that shit. Like, it's not like the old days where you actually go out, sit down, when you out and about, turn your phones off and you really get into your, your other person's, like, head, like, what about them?
Right.
They will, their pros and cons. Like, they don't have that nowadays. Like, I done been on a few dates and you got to take the point. Like, damn, I'm still like, I'm also like, what's your favorite color? Like, what's your mind-your goals? What's your figure goals? I still ask questions like that.
They can
Like,
bring it on,
so, if you gonna make this motherfucker work, what's the motherfucker do with that mouth do? Like, what? Excuse me? Like, so that's a problem. Communication is key.
Wait, you said a nigga asked it on a date?
That's third or fourth date questions.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Good
You
dates
said
though. That's third or fourth good date
a
questions.
nigga asked that on a first and second date?
On a first
date, bro. That's crazy. And it's really out here like that, I heard.
That's crazy.
First date, let's go. Not even first date. We just, really, I swear, I just screenshot that. I was in the inbox with the guy. He's like, look, everything you dope as fuck. I heard about you. I did my research. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to watch you up. I'm trying to hit that motherfucker first to get this work material.
Ooh.
Nigga, this ain't enterprise.
Give me that.
Like, you feel me? Like, so, I think that's what's the difference out here.
I want to hit that pussy first.
That's a cringe.
Yeah, see, niggas is wild, man, because that's crazy.
But you know why they do it though? Because someone has said yes before.
No, you're right. I swear.
Someone, not necessarily her, but someone has said yes to that. And
Especially if it's a guy who's like financially stable, like he's probably.
and that's what's messed up when you treat everybody like they're the same, but they're not. And
that's the problem. And we can't fault these men. It'd be a lot of ladies' fault because you're giving these men that persona that it's okay and it's not. And sometimes you get it's the wrong. You have to let him down. Like, hey, I don't care the past. I'm not mad at you for that. It just won't be me. And you may not be disrespectful, just be respectful way. Just like certain women do certain things with certain guys. Like I'm actually doing that right now in my relationship. I deal with something different in my past, and sometimes we're human, we make mistakes, and we hinder what we've been doing in the past and bring it to our relationship, and that's not okay. But at the same time, it's room for growth, and that's what I'm doing now. Like, certain things I did with my last guy, I can do with my new guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Look, what do y'all feel like?
Can't do with another one.
What do y'all feel like men want from their women more than anything else? Like, what do we want from y'all? What do we want from y'all? A relationship more than anything else. As men, like, what do we want from y'all?
Oh my God, cut down. Hold on, y'all.
Man, that's a great question. I'm interested in their answers too, because I know in my head right away what I came up with.
Me too.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say just because I think a little differently, and men are not gonna say it because they have this thing with being emotional, low key. They want the woman to ask them how that emotional type of little piece. They want that stuff too. They want to be asked how their day is and kind of what's going on with them mentally and stuff like that. They'll probably never say it,
Hell no.
but I think that's what they want, low key. Why not? Why would you not want that? I want that from my partner as a female. I want that emotional piece. So forget all the physical piece. Like I need that. For me, I need some type of emotional connection.
So how you feel, Kari? Oh, your phone is. Yeah. What's your name? Oh, okay.
I said I agree. I think, I mean, I don't really know. Like I said, like, I can't, I'm not going to sit here and try to decipher what somebody else wants. That's all that. And I'm not going to try to make it, like, my opinion too. But also, I do feel that the emotional piece is important. I just think the way society is formed people to believe in, like, especially men, especially black men, that it's hard to communicate that, you know?
Right. So what you think, Shanece?
Well,
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know. I agree with what she said. I think a lot of women don't understand what our black men have to go through. So I feel like, not that I put myself in their shoes, but try to make it easier enough. Because I mean, y'all black men go through a lot. You know, I think a lot of women don't understand that. And sometimes it triggers black men to do certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, like I said, I just try to make it like my
Thank you, sister.
But I said, I don't know what you deal with when you leave this house, you know, but I just try to be your peace. So I just try to make it light.
so go ahead. You gonna say? I'm just saying, like, I still feel like it ties into that, like, that
Yeah,
kind
y'all
of
both
falls
are
into the
saying the
emotional
same.
piece. It's
Yeah,
the
y'all
same
both
thing.
saying the same
But I
thing.
am gonna say, knowing from my relationship, for me, I know this nigga want a motherfucker that can communicate, and communication is hard for me. So I think men do look for females to communicate, because females, we don't. Communication is hard, and I'm finding that out more and more in my relationship now, and as I get older. Like I will say it, like I do suck at communicating. Like this whole time thought I was great because I do gel well with other people, but like I said, the relationship before this was not the best of relationships. So coming into this, and I'm in a healthy relationship and learning things about me, I suck at communication, and at times it's very hard for me to deal with, which kind of make it tough on him. But I'm lucky enough to have somebody that's patient and that's been where I've been, so he's understanding. So yeah, they definitely, men is looking for motherfuckers that know how to communicate, which is hard for us ladies, whether we want to admit it or not.
I think all those are true. The first thing that came into my head was just loyalty. And what I mean by loyalty is just like, I think it encompasses kind of everything you all are saying, and kind of what we touched on earlier is like, just be the person who I fell in love with and help me grow to be better like I want to help you grow to be better. Support me in my dreams like I support you in your dreams. Like, communicate with me and talk to me and give me patience like you want me to communicate with you and give you patience. Like, you know what I mean? If you feel like I need to adjust myself on the outside and inside in order to grow, then you should look at yourself and see how can you adjust on the inside and outside to grow as well. It's like, don't put the onus on me, like, just because you got me and I got you, like, you're the ultimate prize. I think a lot of women forget, as we touch on, that really a black heterosexual men, if like the straight relationship we're talking about, heterosexual relationship, other relationships, like, I can't even touch on that because that's not my neighborhood, so we had to get somebody else talking about that. But like, from my point of view, like, as a black heterosexual male, like, we literally have picks, especially in Minnesota, we have pick of black, white, Asian, Latina, everything. So it's like, for you to have a good person and like to know it's a good man, but then to treat him just like he's your ex or your past over what you know is not necessarily healthy, especially asking the same man who hurt him like to get therapy where he can't even find anybody that looks like him. So therefore, subconsciously, people are gonna always have some type of bias, no matter how great your professional experience is. That's challenging, you know what I mean? So then, when he leaves the door, as the sister said earlier, we go through so much just by being black and males who look dominant, you know what I mean? Going back to another reference to the animal kingdom, and you think about how black men set up in America, it's like if you see the big, bad, strong, fast buck in the field, and then you a buck, but a couple of your other bucks know you're not bigger, faster, stronger, you're going to start telling the does that this big buck is the one who's eating all their food, who's messing everything up. So when it comes time for this big buck to defend his territory, he got to fight this buck, but behind him, he got to fight those too. So it's like, damn, that's how black men is in America, like he got to get fought from the front and the back. So it's like,